I'm Dot Roan, broker owner of Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, and with me today are
Shannon, Realtor,
and Carey, Realtor.
We're with you today to talk to you about the nuances in the real estate industry, buying and selling in a digital world. You know, 34 years ago when I first began in business, we didn't have online. There was no such thing. So people had to read newspapers and read magazines to learn. But today it's all different. And we're going to tell you how to navigate in this digital world.
So in 2018, 95% of home buyers began searching online for information about the process and what to expect when buying a home.
Which made it so much easier when they came to us, I think, because they were more knowledgeable in within our industry. They knew what type of property they were looking for, if not specific houses to look for. They didn't have to do drive-bys anymore, and I think I know at least for me, it made my time with buyers go a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Because we weren't looking at a lot more, an overabundance of houses.
Right.
Well, you know, 34 years ago, people saw one picture of a house, and we'd drive up outside, we'd show 20, 25 houses, they'd drive up outside, they didn't like what was next to it, they didn't like what was behind it. Today, we avoid all that because people, because of online, with 44% of buyers looking first online, they can now see properties very intimately. Not only the outside, they can see the inside. They can see from all different angles, and they can see what's around the property. So they can eliminate. So really, the first showing is online, and then they eliminate what they don't want to see.
Right.
I still think it's important though for people to realize that even though they are more educated and they do come to us and know what properties they want to take a look at, they still need to have a professional working with them, because even though they have the knowledge, they don't have all of the knowledge when it comes to a real estate transaction.
Yeah, you know, the real estate transaction is the most important decision that people will ever make in their lives. It's their largest financial investment. And it's true because last year, 88% of buyers used a realtor. And with millennials, it was 90%. So they still need the realtor, even though they may be able to find the house that they want and eliminate online and get information online. Real estate is local, and they need a local professional to help guide them and navigate through the transaction to make sure that they're not paying too much, to make sure the contract is written in their best interest if they're a buyer.
But for those buyers that are so busy and worry about having to meet face-to-face, there are so many avenues that we can now go down with the digital age. E-signatures is a huge one that we've used. It makes so much things easier.
E-signatures, I mean, I don't know how many times I could sit at home and actually send a contract to a client after hours. I mean, if they work 12-hour shift, they don't want to come into the office at the end of the day and sign paperwork. So, I mean, from my house, I can send them contracts, go over it with them, and they can just sign it from their living room and get it back to us.
You know, there's nothing better than sitting in my chair at night in my jammies with my computer on my lap, talking to my buyer on the phone, or my seller, because it works for both sides, and with them on the other end of the phone with their iPad or their laptop or even their phone for that matter, and walking them through the contract, explaining all the terms and conditions to them, and then having them e-sign it right there. They appreciate it because they don't have to take time out of their day to come into the office. They can do it right from their homes, and it just makes it so much easier.
I think another big thing with the digital age is smart homes. We are seeing more and more devices in smart homes, and I think it is important for sellers when listing their properties to know, or to notify their realtor what type of items that they have.
And you know, it's not only in the cities. This is in rural Pennsylvania. Well, what are some examples of smart home technology?
Well, I have the Ring doorbell, which I love. We have it right on our front door. You can see and hear people. It goes by motion, or if someone actually rings the doorbell, I can see people come into the driveway. If someone's standing on my stoop, I can hear them talking about well, if it were about my property, about my
Right.
property, but I can hear them talking, so.
Well, and the same thing, I have the Amazon Blink.
Yes.
You know, it's motion activated. I get an alert to my phone every time there's motion detected wherever I have my cameras pointed, and I can see who's coming and going and what's going on. But if somebody was standing outside of my home, I could hear their conversation. So it's important when buying a home, because if you're looking at a property to buy and you're talking about what offer you're going to submit, you don't want that potential seller knowing what your max amount is or what you are or are not willing to do.
Well, and on the flip side of that too, because Pennsylvania is a two-party state, those sellers can't record a buyer without their knowledge.
Right.
So we have to inform our sellers when we're listing a property, if they do have any of these devices, because we have to make sure that we take the proper precautions.
That's right. So whether you're buying or whether you're selling today, it's very important that your agent be aware of all of these nuances, and also that it's important that they be disclosed. If you do have any of these different devices that may record someone, the buyers need to be aware of that. And also as a seller, you need to make sure that they are aware of that. So there's a lot of things to consider today that 30 years ago we didn't have to think about. So the internet is here to stay. It just keeps getting bigger and better, and people have so many apps on their phone, you know, to be able to get information about real estate. So before we know it, we'll have a lot of smart homes, a lot of smart home technology.
Yeah.
It's growing every day. So thank you very much for watching this episode. Please visit us at Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty at our YouTube channel and subscribe and share our videos. We will be sharing tips throughout the year on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook page, Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty. So if you have any questions, reach out to us any of those ways, or also you can certainly give us a call or text us. So we'll look forward to hearing from you and seeing you again on our next video. So thanks a lot, and until next time, bye.
Bye.